Good afternoon, folks, and welcome back to another episode of Non-Leagues Premier League. My name's Lurg. Happy hump day. We're in the middle of the week and we're on the right side of getting to the weekend. Well, interesting set of events. We was in a really poor vein of form and we'll just now come along here where you can see we turned it around and then it got flipped back right around on us again. You were last with us for the two draws at Bristol and Middlesbrough. We then followed that up with an extremely good performance at Sheffield Wednesday. Hammered them 3-0. Really good performance as well. Peterborough we beat 1-0. Could and should have put more goals away there. Then Fulham, it wasn't very convincing again, it has to be said. But we played quite well. Then from there, we lost 1-0 to Hull. Hull were the better side. Honestly, you know, sometimes you just got to admit that you was outplayed. But then, guys, you've got to have a look at this. This match here, unbelievable. 61% possession, 25 shots on goal, 14 of them on target, XG of 2.6, 83% pass completion rate. We played superb and got caught on 2 counter-attacks and somehow walk away with no points against Luton, which is utterly devastating for us. After that then, we lost 2-1 to Norwich. Harley Dean done us the great thing of getting sent off in the 13th minute. We had no chance. We scored a goal in the second half, which we probably didn't deserve on a counter-attack. We set up shop to go really defensive. And, you know, Carrow Road was always going to be a difficult place to pick up a result. But against 10 men, it wasn't meant to be. So we've got Blackburn and Brentford today. These are the 2 games that we started the season with where we lost to Brentford and we beat Blackburn. I'd like to think both teams are beatable today. Maybe I'm being a little bit too optimistic. But I think it's very doable, I really do. So, without further ado, let's run the intro and see what we're working with. And so here we are then, this is our setup for the game at Ewood Park. We are going with Felipe, Beck, Gilchrist, Pigott and Byrne at the back. Heisman and Cole in midfield, with McGee, Sparrow and Cornick behind Brunton. Etete is injured. Dean is currently suspended. He's on a 3-game suspension now because of that challenge. Pigott is kicking up a fuss about not playing enough football, so we give him a chance at the back today. I might look at getting rid of Jordan Pigott in January, which is really upsetting, but he's really not cut out for this level, so we can't do that. We just can't have people playing in the team. He's vice-captain as well, so we don't want him kicking up a fuss and making everybody unhappy. It's unfortunate because we give him his break at the Moors, but we're now in a point where we've moved on beyond what he can play at realistically. We are going to say... Do you know what? I am going to say that actually. I'm going to say nobody expects us to get a result at Ewood Park. Just go out and play your natural game and see what comes of it. Don't want to put pressure on the boys too much because we are away from home against the Blackburn side they're very, very good. They've got Ryan Bertrand, they've got Adam Armstrong, Byrne inside to Cole, to Pigott, to Heisman, back to Pigott, Cole. Over for McGee. McGee's got support here. Launched it forward for Brunton. No, Brunton's in. Oh, and he can't quite get it past the keeper, but it's still live. Dreyer brings it forward then for Blackburn instead. Oh, and Heisman there. He done the right thing. You brought him down, but we've got to be careful. Like, I'm so nervous now about stuff like that after what happened with Harley Dean. So, early doors here, we're playing really quite well against Blackburn away from home. Majority of the possession, they've had the majority of the opportunities on goal, but nothing really happening. Ziege with the goal kick then, out wide towards Dreyer. Beck gets ahead of him. McGee can't fight. Oh, lovely bit of manoeuvring there by McGee. I didn't expect him to come away from that with the ball. Godos then got the challenge in, but it was no good. Cole spreads it out wide towards McGee. Terrible pass. Slattery to Dreyer. Then Dreyer's got Armstrong in front of him. Goes for it himself and off the post. What a strike that is. I don't think anybody expected it. Wow. Well, that was just a little bit special, wasn't it? I'm not going to say anything else about it. That should have been put under a little bit of pressure. Nothing we could do about that there. Obviously, he should have been put under pressure in the first place, but once he's got through, I mean, fantastic effort on goal. Can't blame Felipe for not getting that. Over the top then, Cujo's there. Stacey collects the ball. He comes forward. Inside to Dreyer and to Godos. Back to Cheek. Out wide. Byrne is there to collect it then. Felipe out to Piggott. Piggott plays it to Byrne. Byrne goes for a long lump forward and that pass is not on. And we've got team instructions of getting the ball on the floor and playing it, and we've got players who are just lumping it forward. Fantastic challenge there by I think it was Alfie Gilchrist on Bertrand. And Harry Cornick, what a run and goal that I wasn't getting too excited because I thought that was going to be one of those ones where it goes near post. And Cornick there has just gone on a tremendous run down the right-hand side of the pitch. No pressure put on him at all, so decides to cut inside and just go across the face of the keeper. And that is Solihull Moors 1, Blackburn Rovers 1. And that come from nothing, absolutely out of nowhere, a little bit like the Dreyer goal. And we go in then at half-time on level terms. That was a little bit premature, wasn't it? That could have really backfired and bitten me in the bum there. I am happy with how things are going, but we are going to say, just keep doing what you're doing. Blackburn obviously have had more shots on goal. Sparrow's really not playing well today at all. In fact, he's playing awful. And he's still playing awfully. As the man who's linking up the attacks, that's not good for us. Harmon's really not having a good game. So what we're going to do is we're going to put Sparrow back deeper in midfield. And we will bring on... We'll bring on Fonseca. And Fonseca can go with Reece Cole. And instead of an advanced playmaker, Cole can go into an attacking midfielder. And Sparrow can drop into being a... Oh, let's put him on a bit of a roaming playmaker. Give him a bit of free will and see if he can't get something going. Reece Cole is tiring. Dion McGee has had an awful game today, which is really not like him. We'll give him kind of 10 minutes or so to sort himself out. We'll give the boys a bit of encouragement here. That might have come at the wrong time. Beck then. To Fonseca. Sparrow. Inside to Cormick. Inside, outside to Cormick. Sparrow with a lovely ball over but can't get it there. Idaho's there. Armstrong then for Blackburn Rovers to Cheek. Outside to Dreyer. Dreyer for Adam Armstrong. Armstrong through one-on-one with Felipe who gets a lovely hand on it. That was a tremendous save. Dreyer with the free kick then. Free kick, it's actually a corner. And Alexander's header goes over the bar. My head's just gone a little bit to putty there. McGee is still not having a good game. Neither is Brunton up front. So we give youngster Tongue a go on the striker role. We bring on Jordan Cox for Dion McGee. I've never been disappointed with a Dion McGee performance before. Today is the very first time. And Sparrow is playing even worse, but we haven't got enough substitutions to bring them all off. I should have probably just taken Sparrow off at half time. Can't get anything going here. And I mean, we're not playing well. It's been evens. If this carries on, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually drop back to our defensive formation. Ball over the top, goes past Gilchrist. Armstrong gets onto it first. Wow! And just as I was saying, we're going to move into the defensive formation. That stops me from being able to do that. As you can see, Alfie Gilchrist does try and head it. can't get there. Adam Armstrong knew neither of them could get it and just started running towards goal. Hole at the back. Felipe very unlucky not to get a hand on there. It goes underneath him. Beck then plays it to Fonseca, back to Beck, inside to Cox. Jordan Cox cuts inside to Fonseca, to Joe Sparrow. Finds the pass to Cornick, to Tonga, back to Cornick. And Harry Cornick equalises. 8th goal of the season. And he's been brilliant since signing for us. Obviously, we were at a point of putting Brunton on that right-hand side so that Tete can play up front. But this is why you can't keep Cornick out of the side. He has got goals in him. And that was lovely. So 2-2 at 80 minutes gone. And I think come 85 minutes we drop back completely because our energy levels now are really quite poor. So we go tactics. Drop back into our defensive. Reece Cole can't really do that very well, so we play Sparrow there. And this is where we go. Target man. I don't think Tonga is a target man, is he? Naturally speaking. So if we play him now as a pressing forward on the attack. And just see if we can't come away. I'd be really happy here with a point. I did think that the game was winnable, but based on how it's gone, you would have to say that Blackburn have been the better side. Brian then to Idaho. Idaho, Gilchrist gets it away. Stacey's going to collect the balls. Not long left to go now here at all on this right-hand side. Inside to Idaho, and is it in? It is in. It went over the line. Balls. Yeah. Damn it. We can no longer stay in a cautious mentality. You have to go very attacking. Fonseca comes back for Cole. And we're just going to have to go for it now. Oh, that was unfortunate. Jordan Piggott then with the free kick to Sparrow. Sparrow out wide for Cornick. Terrible pass. Idaho then comes forward. Got plenty of space, plenty of time. And he messes his shot up. You've got to say, on the balance of play, Blackburn probably deserved the result. They was much better at coming forward than we were. Hard one to take, but they deserved that. So, despite the result, I'm pleased with a lot of what we saw there. I don't want to destroy morale. If we can use this to potentially beat Brentford, happy days. But it's obviously going to be a really difficult ask. We will be back shortly then for the game at Banks Park for Brentford. Right, so before we get into the lineup for the Banks Stadium game against Brentford, we've already turned Blackburn down this year. We've already turned Fulham down this year. We're now being touted in the media as the next Wolves manager, which is obviously nice to hear. They're in the Premier League. But we're sticking with the Moors. That is what we've said from the start of the save. One club challenge. We're trying to get to the top, the upper echelons of the game, just with Solihull Moors. And today we're hoping we've got 3 more points on the board, helping us to do that. So we are going with a team of Felipe, Beck, Gilchrist and Bennett. I can't play Jordan Piggott anymore. Byrne, Heisman and Cole in midfield with McGee, Sparrow, Brunton and Etete. Feels very, very bad to take Cornick out of the team and he's just played so well, but I do believe that this is our best 11. So we get into the game and hope that I'm proved right with a big 3 points. Very, very difficult game against Brentford. They are 5th in the Championship currently, on a very good run of form. Got some very, very good players, as you can see. In fours, obviously, Panoranda and Dia, Brannigan. So, it's going to be a huge, huge ask. But we want to put a run to our bad run of form today. Let's see if we can start it off. McGee then with the corner inside. Dan Burn heads it away. It's only away as far as Gilchrist. Back to Beck. Can we get anything going here? Heisman. Oh, that was a little bit dangerous there. Inside to Sparrow. Sparrow to McGee. He's got Beck on the overlap. Plays it forward to Etete, who can't quite get onto it. And the Brunton's there. Sparrow with a lovely pass. And the move is really, really well played. Delightful here. Sparrow to McGee. McGee tries a really nice ball through to Beck, who plays it first time through for Etete. Great challenge by Janssen, but Sparrow reacts quicker. Passes it across to Brunson, who's got an easy finish that far out. And the Moors lead Brentford 1-0. A good start for us then, early on. Obviously, Brentford are now going to have to push and come further and further on. Baptiste then with the ball. Sparrow gets into him. Out wide to Fours. Beck misses the header. Fry back to Baptiste. Back to Fry. And Perhanda nearly gets the equaliser. So, very, very even game here in the first kind of 15-20 minutes. Obviously, we've finished one of our chances, which is nice. Brannigan on the right-hand side to Baptiste. Headed away. Only as far as De Silva, though. Baptiste again. Fry. Oh, and that is a lovely, lovely strike by Penaranda. Oh. I mean, what can you say there? From how far out he is, that is just... I mean, that's spectacular. First time, left foot. No chance. Absolutely no chance. Could be a little bit critical there of Reece Bennett and say that he should really maybe get closer to him. But I can't be too harsh. Oh my God, Brunson's gone. Brunson has gone and we're left in another situation that we was left in like against Norwich. And this is awful. So we're going to do exactly the same thing that we did before. Do you know what? McGee can play the Mazzala. Cole will now have to play a box-to-box midfielder. Where's box-to-box, please? There. And Heisman will play the anchor man. That has really put us into a bad situation, hasn't it? Like we were playing quite well, happy with how we were playing for the first 20 minutes. Pardon me. And now it's going to be trying to hold on for dear life. We don't want to force them out wide anymore. That's one thing that we don't want to do. We want to force them inside if we can, because that's where all our players are. Distribute to the flanks. Well, we're not doing that, obviously. We distribute to our playmaker. We want to regroup every time we're out of possession. In fact, we'll hold shape. Still distribute to the playmaker. Slow the pace down. We don't want a higher tempo. We will want shorter passing still. We want to try and keep hold of the ball here if we can. We will work the ball into box. Be more disciplined in what we're doing. My word. What an awful time to get sent off. Bennett then with the free kick. Plays it to Cole, to Heisman. Plays it nicely inside to McGee. Back to Heisman. Back to Cole. Back to Bennett. Inside to Heisman again. Out wide for Byrne. Byrne's got to be really careful not to get caught out here, which is exactly what happens. Long ball over the top for Deary. He's through one-on-one. Felipe, oh my word. What happened there? Felipe got a hand on it, but it went between his legs at the same time, quite worryingly. Deere gets the header, and it's just over the bar. Oh, not good for the boys. Really not good for the boys. Cole then plays it to Byrne. Again, he's got to be careful on this right-hand side of not trying to do a little bit too much. Goes past his man this time. Inside for Cole. Inside for Sparrow. Oh, Sparrow. What a save by Gunnarsson there. Corner to be taken then by McGee. Where's Atete? Why is Atete not... He's at the back post for some reason, but he gets the ball. Atete should be sitting on that front post. Completely nowhere where he's supposed to be. Look, right at the back post. Ball comes all the way through for him. Amazingly, somehow, 10 men. And we are up against it, but in front. Clock ticking down and in towards half time. As you would imagine, Brentford now have got the lion's share of possession and they have had the better chances. Well, not necessarily the better chances, but they've had more chances. And I am going to say I'm pleased with how things are going. Keep it up. I can't believe Brunton got sent off. We're in a very, very difficult situation here. We're tempted to pull it back to very defensive and pull players back again, kind of around about 75, 80 minutes, just to see if we can hold on here. Messina then with the throw. Heyman clears it. Baptiste's going to get there first. Inside to De Silva. De Silva spreads it out wide for Fry. Diaz free. Why is he so free? Pretty much inside the 6-yard box. Just standing there. And he's not in an offside position. He makes a fantastic run here as the ball comes back from Force to Fry. And Gilchrist and Bennett have got to do better. And now we're up against it again. We know it's a tight offside, but the run was timed perfectly. Really good goal, to be honest, from Deer there. And now we've got 30 minutes of just trying to hold on to a point, which is not the best. $20 minutes gone then. Well, 20 minutes to go, should I say. 15 minutes. Clock's winding down. I'll be quite happy here with no more highlights than just a point on the board. Force inside to Brannigan. Brannigan gets through. How does that get through to Panorada there? Luckily, Felipe makes a very, very good save. Stop telling us about Beck getting sent off. He's not going to get sent off. He's not on a yellow card. Force. And that's a really good block, and Beck gets it away. And we are then, for the final few minutes, we're going to bring Fonseca on for Sparrow, who's played really, really well. Reece Cole is also tired. So we'll bring in Piqué. He comes back in here. He's no longer that. He's going to be another ball-winning midfielder, box-to-box midfielder, and a Mazzala. Bennett will bring off because we don't want another red card. And I think that is all 3 substitutions used. And we will set ourselves into a very defensive mentality. See if we can't just see that out. Hopefully we get a point here, guys. This will be a really good point against Brentford. It would have been nice to pick up 3, but it was always going to be a big, big ask again after a man getting sent off. Clock winds down. No highlights, please. Yes. What? Ref, the extra 2 minutes there. A fantastic result with all things considered. 22 minutes gone when Brunton got sent off. A shame because he opened the scoring as well, so he done a good thing and then a really bad thing. Unlucky not to hold on to the lead, I say, but it wasn't really unlucky. Brentford really come on strong, and we played very well there to get a point out of that game. I'm very, very happy with that result. With the circumstances, you've got to take the circumstances into consideration. So we are on 37 points then, still 13 points clear of relegation. You've got to think that we're safe and sound now. Yeah, I'm quite happy. So, I would just like to take this opportunity to say thank you very much again for all your continued support. Really do appreciate it. We'll be back at the end of January, obviously in game. I'm not going to leave it until next January to see how we do in the transfer window. There are a few players I'm definitely going to try and shift on now because they're kicking up a bit of a stink in the dressing room. It's not good for morale. Sad to see a couple of them go as well because they've been with us for a long, long time. But no room for sentimentality here. We're trying to get to the top. Yeah. If you've enjoyed the video today, don't forget to smash the like button for me. If you're new around here, don't forget to subscribe. We are uploading on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays. I'll see you lovely people on Friday for the Birmingham Nottingham Forest award. Take it easy, folks.